Hey guys, welcome to Automation Empire. Automation Empire is a game about, what's it about? Oh, you guessed it, automation. You get to build your factories up from scratch and build like minecarts, trains, and all that jazz. And you can have drones picking up stuff and automating them, and yeah, it's a really good game. Um, and also, all of this footage is on my personal world. Um, so yeah, this is my first impressions of Automation Empire. Automation Empire, it's a great game once you get into it and the knowledge. At the start of the game, I was very confused. I didn't know what to do and what I could do and what I couldn't, and that just led to more confusion and sometimes even struggle with how I'm supposed to do things. And a lot of the time with beginners, like first-time players, it's going to be, you're not gonna know how to do this. Like, I had to look up a lot of this stuff during my content stream. I looked up tutorials a lot, and I even had to get help from a friend who plays it. And like, I had help from a friend, yet I still didn't know what the heck I was doing at the start. So if I were in the shoes of the developers, I would either make like a tutorial that players can use at the start, or just make the game overall less confusing. Like, something that I had were transfer tubes. Those were a major problem. And the reason for that is because they can't connect to one another, and I didn't know that at the beginning. Like, I thought that you just couldn't place them next to one another, and I was wondering why my stuff wouldn't get transported. And there's just so much confusion with the game. Like, I personally felt like it was a lot of struggle at times, I guess. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I would totally recommend getting it and all that kind of stuff. However, if you're not into automation or whatever, then this game definitely is not for you. Like, I'm trying to think of words. Like, I don't want to repeat myself, but it's confusing at best. And like I said earlier, just like the start, I was completely clueless, and it was almost humorous to just watch me fail over and over again trying to like delete roads and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'd recommend it, just it needs a lot of bug fixes, quality of life improvements. There's just so much more that the developers can make and add to this game to make it a lot easier and oftentimes function better. Like, if you don't want to use a monorail or whatever, or a tram, and you have a big factory and you're just using transfer tubes, a simple quality of life improvement would be able to allow transfer tubes to connect to each other. So I'm just like, that's simple. I'm sorry if I'm out of lots of words. Normally I'd script for my reviews, but this one is my first, and I'm just came completely unprepared, and I'm sorry about that. But like transfer tubes, like I said, they should be able to connect to each other. I shouldn't have to make, like, if I'm making a transfer tube line, I shouldn't have to spend $10,000 each time I want to connect a transfer tube together using a storage unit, you know? But once you get the hang of it, and after you're, like, not a beginner anymore, and you know what to do, it's a fun game that I recommend that all people play. Although, like I said, obviously, if you're not into this type of game, then it's obviously not for you. But still, like, at the end of my stream, which I've only done for 30 minutes, I had a somewhat decent factory going, and I was making a somewhat decent amount of money with it. But there's just so much that this game needs, but doesn't have. And I would recommend this game to all people who like automation. However, like Satisfactory, that's a good game too, and I'd recommend that as well. But this just brings like a whole new concept to like automation making and production. It's somewhat buggy at times. Well, not really, actually. I haven't seen a single bug this entire time, and I'm very impressed with that. It's just a lot of confusion. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of confusion at the start, especially for new players. However, if you're big brain and you can get over that, then it's easy and you can play it. But once, like at the start, if you don't know what to do, you're just kind of screwed. Like, I couldn't find a tutorial that actually helped me with what I was talking about, and that just made it almost hard for me to figure out what I was doing. But overall, it's a really good game, and like I said, I'd recommend it to all people who like this. And I know you're thinking, you play Satisfactory, same concept, why did you get Automation Empire? And that's a question that I might get asked a lot, or I might not, so I'm gonna talk about it anyway. They're two completely different games. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but Automation Empire has a heavy focus on automation, like it's in the title. However, it also has a heavy focus on just playing the game, like with Satisfactory. It's survival. Like, there's a focus on survival while you're producing these giant factories and taking over the world. However, there's also, like with Automation Empire, a main difference that I'm seeing is, like, it's almost like stuff. I don't know how to play it. Like, if you've played like Prison Architect or whatever, it's kind of like that. You just fly around, your camera just zooms around, and you just build like that. It's not like you're a person trying to collect materials and survive in a harsh wasteland. It's just a fun game where you can just focus on what you need to do. And so I'd recommend it to all people who like this concept, obviously. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. As far as Automation Empire, short recap. Good game. I haven't seen any bugs yet. However, I've only gone to a certain area. However, it's very confusing at the start, and also I feel like sometimes you need to have like a fast forward button so you can fast forward time. There is a pause button, just not a fast forward button. I feel like that should be a thing. And also, as well, another thing that should be introduced is the ability to get the pipes connected or whatever, the transfer tubes connected. So yeah, that's pretty much all for today. I'd rate this game for a beginner, about a 7-ish. Although I've only played beginning. I'm a beginner and I like just got the game. So I'll probably be doing another review from the point of view as like someone who's like played the game and almost beat it. However, this is just from the point of view from someone who just got the game, and I'd recommend it for someone who just got the game, and it's still a solid 7-ish. And yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next one.